Hey guys, it's Nina back with part 2 of your lock questions. If you haven't subscribed, you already know what to do, so I'm not going to say that, but yeah. So let's jump into these questions. This question comes from Alyssa Gentry. I'm in week 3 of my lock journey, so I have 4, 5, 6-inch starter locks. I'm not supposed to wash or put anything in my hair. So I guess my question is, how do I maintain my new locks? So great question. Week 3, you're really not going to be doing a whole lot to your new locks, your starter locks. At that point, that's when I began to wash my hair for the first time using a stocking cap. So I put the stocking cap over the starter locks, get an applicator bottle filled with like maybe this much shampoo and this much water, shake it all up, and then spread that around your scalp to wash your locks in the very beginning. Eventually, you will be able to take the cap off. I think around the 6-month mark, I was able to take it off. But really at that point, you're just like going with the flow. You're not doing any styles, hopefully, because you don't want to disturb the process. You can moisturize with a little spritz of water and whatever oil your hair likes. But yeah, you definitely can and should wash your hair, okay? I would say definitely in the first week, don't do it. But maybe wait at least 2 weeks and preferably 3. Sydney Adamson asked, "Hey Nina, I'm new to your channel and I like it a lot." Thank you, Sydney. I want to get my hair locked in the future, but I'm a little reluctant because my family is pretty judgmental, especially when it comes to my overall appearance. They're very good people though, lol. I shaved my head and everybody freaked out. Now it's going back and everyone's happy except for me. I'm a sophomore in college and I just can't maintain it. I'm tempted to relax it. My parents tell me to just leave it alone, but I don't feel pretty sometimes. What should I do? Thank you, Sydney, for this question. I totally understand where you're coming from, and the reality is people will be judgmental of your hair. Why is it always that black folks always got something to say about other black folks? You always have some sort of judgment to pass on somebody's hair, how they speak, all of that. Like, black people really need to grow out of this mindset. I know you said your family's good people. That's awesome. That's great. But good people can still carry mentalities that aren't healthy for them. And at the end of the day, you're a sophomore in college. You're grown. You're a young grown person, but you are grown. You're over 18. And whatever you choose to do with your hair should truly be your business. And the way I feel is, you got something to say about my hair, that's cool. But if you're not paying for me to get anything done, then please step aside, okay? Because you're not helping me. I don't need your opinion. And even if they were paying for you to get your hair done, you can decide what you want to do for yourself. I shaved my head before and people had something to say about it. And people will always have something to say about it. And trust and believe it's gonna be people that look like you most of the time. And I know you're trying to figure it out, and I know that your family's opinion influences you, and that's totally normal. And let me tell you something, I'm 33 and I feel like my family's opinion still kind of influences me in a way. Ultimately, this is your life, Sydney. You don't want to be on your deathbed wishing that you had made decisions for yourself. A lot of times people will say, well, why didn't you just do what you wanted to do? You didn't have to listen to me. And that's the annoying thing. People will end up saying things like that, but then they weren't acting like that from the beginning. So it can be confusing. So you asked about getting a relaxer. I would really recommend that you don't, because there is so much that you can do with your hair. Locks are really going to give you versatility. They're going to help you grow your hair. You're going to be able to just really enjoy them and do a lot of stuff with them. That's the only thing I would say. But, you know, even if you want to get a relaxer, that's fine. This is my opinion. But Sydney has to make her own choices for herself that are going to make her happy, because at the end of the day, you are the only person responsible for your happiness. So I hope that helps. Next question comes from Allison Nurse. She asks, when should one start palm rolling in the lock journey? I started palm rolling at 6 weeks, I want to say. Of course, it was very early in the process, but that was when my comb coils were pretty much kind of sealed at that point, if that makes sense. And that was when I was able to wash without a stocking cap. So I think that 6 weeks could be a good time to start. Now, it does depend on your hair texture. My texture is about like kind of between 4B and 4C. So long story short, if you can wash your starter locks without them unraveling, then it's time to palm roll. Next question is from Michelle Butt. I'm 8 months into my lock journey and I really want to start washing my hair myself. When is the most comfortable time to start lock maintenance yourself? So I'm getting a lot of starter lock questions, which is awesome. Most comfortable time to start lock maintenance yourself is when you're ready to do it. For me, it was almost kind of instant. Like once I got the starter locks installed, I knew I was going to be maintaining them myself, and I didn't go back to anyone for a year. Definitely doing your research, watching tutorials here on YouTube. Take certain things with a grain of salt. Because people do have different techniques, and ultimately you will have to find the best one for you. I still would recommend using an applicator bottle because that is going to help you distribute the shampoo evenly. But at 8 months, you can definitely take the reins yourself. Tinuola asks, how many locks do you have? Is it okay to start my locks with interlocking, then move on to palm rolling? I think I have 88 or 89 locks, and then is it okay to start with interlocking? I would say so. The thing is, interlocking is basically going to make your locks tighter and more rope-like. Palm rolling is going to make them more cylindrical. It's more of the traditional lock look that you'll see, traditional cultivated lock look. I think that it's good to kind of be consistent with what you do. You don't want to end up with gaps in your locks. You don't want to end up with these inconsistencies that could potentially lead to breakage. But I think starting with palm rolling and then switching, or starting with interlocking and switching over, I think that's fine. Next question is from Destiny Williams. Did you ever have bedhead when you started your locks, and how did you deal with it? Yes, I did. There were times when my hair looked an absolute hot stinking mess, okay? Like I would go to work and my hair was extra frizzy, and people never said anything about it, but I could tell that people were looking at it and they might have wanted to say something. That ugly phase really only lasts a few months. For me, it only lasted a few months. By the time I hit like 9 months or so, that's when things really started to smooth out. So the bedhead is part of this wonderful journey of growing locks. You can survive it. I survived it. Lots of people did. So you got to roll up in there looking a little dusty sometimes, but it's all going to be worth it. Next question is from Antonia Lucas. She asks, how to get thicker locks? How often should I condition my locks? I'm 5 months into my journey. So it's kind of a crapshoot when you get starter locks. You don't really know exactly how thick they're going to be. Outside of combining locks, I have not personally found a way to make individual locks thicker. People might suggest putting all sorts of products in them. I don't recommend that. How often you should condition? Well, I think if you're 5 months in, you probably should not be conditioning because your locks are still not fully mature, and conditioning does the exact opposite of what you're trying to do with your hair at that point in the journey. So I would say do not condition at this point. That's just my opinion. I didn't start conditioning until well after a year, and I did it after every wash, which was about 2 to 3 weeks. 5 months in, I would say please don't do it yet. Next question is from Alexandria Wilson. How do you keep your retwist fresh after you sweat all day, or is it not possible? Alexandria, girl, every time I go outside, my hair I just sweat a lot, like everywhere, all over. So one of the things that I will do from time to time is just spray some water on the front of my locks. This is when I have my locks down. Spray some water on them and then just do a really gentle retwist. I don't really recommend doing that all the time because you just don't want to get in the habit of over twisting your hair. But I know like the temptation to really want your roots to stay fresh when it's super hot. The temptation is great, but you don't want to risk your hair's health. Girl, I feel you. All right, and last question for this video comes from Natural Inspirations by Nakota. Hey Nakota. She says, hey Nina, since we both have the same type of hairline or edges, I was wondering if you also get a bit of thinning to the front and midway section. I also have a tender scalp, so I know you can relate. Yes. Because of this, I keep my hair simple and slack as not to have much tension. So I actually don't get thinning around my edges. It's just that my edges have just always been thin. I made the stupid decision of trimming my edges just to kind of see if I could like even them out or something, or help them grow, and it was stupid. It was so stupid. Please do not do that. I would say if you are getting thinning and you know you're not wearing tight styles, you're not doing updos or anything like that, it might be something that you have to go to a dermatologist for, because generally speaking your hair should not just be thinning. But yeah, the best thing you can do is just be gentle, be kind to it, love it, moisturize it, and girl, that's all we can do out here. So that is all for this video. There is one more part to it because I still have more questions to answer. So please stay tuned for that. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, love it, hate it, whatever. And I will see you in the next one.